Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing my skincare routine. Jumping right in, the first device I use is the PMD facial cleansing brush. Next, to cleanse my skin, I use the Urban RX face wash, and I really love this face wash because it has a lot of exfoliating acids. It has lactic acid, glycolic acid, and it has peptides, which are very good for the skin. It's a black owned company, so I'm really excited to be supporting it. And this product is amazing. I'm not one of those women who spends on face wash. I don't really think a face wash does anything. It's just not on your face long enough to have an impact. And if I'm gonna exfoliate, I'm gonna do a chemical peel. I'm not gonna do a mild peel. But I must say, I'm not sure how this face wash was formulated. It is very impressive. And when used correctly, it has an intense brightening effect. I do the double cleanse method. I always wash my face twice. And the reason I think this is important is because a lot of face washes have additional ingredients, not just cleansers. So what happens is when you're doing that first wash, the soap is really mixing in with the dirt, the grime, and all of that jazz. So you're not really getting the benefit of the added ingredients because it can't get into your skin because it's just so dirty at the top. Once you get rid of all of that and you do your second wash, your face is clean, more of your skin is exposed. And so more of your skin is exposed, so whatever additional ingredients are in the face wash, for example the peptides, they're able to penetrate your skin more. And the reason I did not speed up this video is because the way you use the PMD cleansing brush is very important. It's a very, very, very good brush. I've been using cleansing brushes for many years. I used to use Michael Todd, where you'd have to replace the brush head, and I thought that was a waste of money. So I switched over to the PMD because you don't have to replace anything on it. Now, the reason I'm showing this video in real time, as I was saying before, is so that if you're not used to using a cleansing brush, you're going to be confused about how long you're supposed to use it on your face to get the maximum effect. And it took me a little time to figure out, okay, if I did it for this time or longer, it had an impact. So what you can do is just follow along with me. I'm really excited to share what I do to keep my skin looking flawless. A subscriber requested this. Next, for my morning routine, I use the Curology face wash. The Curology face wash is really good for my morning routine because it is very moisturizing. It is gentler than the exfoliating lactic acid wash from Urban RX. It's very creamy and it has very good ingredients in it. So I really, really like it quite a bit. You guys can follow along and learn how to use the brush properly because the time you spend on the face really has an impact. The impact it's going to have is that it's going to improve the texture of your skin. So that roughness, that bumpiness, that texture that you might have, even if you don't have a breakout, the PMD, if you use it properly with the correct method, it's going to gradually even that out. I do not use my PMD brush when I have an active breakout or a healing breakout. This video is going to be a summary of my overall routine, my maintenance routine. This is what I call my maintenance face wash routine. I do this all the time, whether I have unless I have a breakout, then I will not use the PMD brush. Okay guys, so here I'm showing some pictures. This is from my Curology account of how my skin was looking when I was having breakouts. And I want you guys to take a really good look at the pictures. I zoomed in on them and you'll notice that some of you'll notice that I had a lot of hyperpigmentation. I also had like pits in the skin, um, and quite a lot of those bumps were like under the skin, not on top of the skin, if you know what I mean. It's hard to explain. It's not exposed like a blackhead or a whitehead. I never had skin issues as a teenager. I'd have a breakout here and there on my forehead if I put my hair in my face for too long or I did something unusual. When I started college, I began to experience adult acne, which was very painful, stressful, and disheartening. And the weird thing about my adult acne was that it was only on my forehead. There was one occasion where I had sort of an allergy slash skin breakout. It was really weird and it was all over my face, but it wasn't fully acne. It was also like an allergy. But predominantly my horrible breakouts would be just splattered across my forehead, as you could tell from the pictures. And I'm gonna finish talking about that very soon. But now let's get into my next step. So I air dry my face, and this is a little weird, but it works. It really works. You're gonna see that my skin looks tightened, it looks firm. The pores, you can't even see my pores. Air drying just gives your skin a flawless finish. And of course, I'm using my Curology. Again, this is my maintenance routine. I use my Curology in the morning and nighttime. The instructions say not to use it in the daytime because the active ingredient tretinoin degrades in sunlight. However, I use it in the morning because it's the only moisturizer my skin can tolerate. Of course, next up is my sunscreen. This is the only sunscreen my skin can tolerate. My skin is very sensitive. I love this sunscreen. I use it, of course, in the daytime. And I love this sunscreen for several reasons. It has anti-aging properties. It really blends well into darker skin tones. It also gives you a blurred look, sort of like you're wearing a primer. It's just an all-around handy product, and it's the only sunscreen I've ever used that doesn't give me a horrible rash. Plus, it has a 110 SPF, which is amazing. So that's intense skin protection. I've used this when I did strong chemical peels like TCA peels, and it did a fantastic job protecting my skin. So I really love it. Of course, you can't rub it because it's so thick, so I press it into my skin very carefully. Okay, guys, so here is my purchase history with Curology. This video isn't sponsored. I have been using and buying this with my own money since 2017, and I did that after wasting hundreds of dollars to fix my acne. And I can give you that story in another video, but basically, I discovered that I had something called fungal acne, which doesn't respond to over the counter products. And to be honest, I believe quite the majority of women are suffering from fungal acne and they do not know it. So very quickly here, I'm bringing in my LED light mask. My LED light mask is a huge part of preventing a breakout so that I don't have to buy the Curology subscription every month. So I've actually gone several months without using Curology. Once it's healed my skin and my skin is relaxed, calm, and happy, I then use the LED light mask. I use it on two settings mainly. It has many color settings, which you're going to see here. Red, blue, green, purple. In another video, if you want, I can explain the benefits of each color, but I use the red light for 50 minutes when I spot some irritation on my skin, which is not yet a pimple. And this is very effective at elongating my results with the Curology. Then right away, I use the green for 50 minutes. This is very effective at preventing your skin from developing hyperpigmentation. So I do this. And this technique allows me to go for a longer time without the Curology subscription. And I highly recommend it if you're concerned about spending a lot of money on the Curology subscription. After I do the LED light mask, I can use my Curology medicine. If I have a bottle, I can stretch it longer, so I can use it. If I don't have any Curology, I'll use my medicated tretinoin cream, which is Retin A. I get that on prescription from the doctor, and that usually serves me like 6 months. It's a gel-like formula. I'm not going to put that on my face in this video because I've already completed my skin routine. My tretinoin prescription is 0.025 strength. It's, very jelly like aloe vera. So that's what I'll use to prevent a pimple from forming under the skin. And it helps me to, as I said, I do all of these things to basically stretch my Curology medicine because I don't want to have to spend too much money on it every month. This video is going to be too long if I try to talk about my whole experience with switching to Curology. But guys, if you're interested in that story, let me know in the comments. When you're using tretinoin gel, a pro tip, do not add moisturizer on top of it. I'm going to demonstrate what happens when you add moisturizer on top of it. It clumps and forms like this ball, soft ball thing, almost like a mucus thing on your face. I'm going to show it to you. It's very annoying. It just wastes the moisturizer and the tretinoin. So just put your tretinoin gel on at night and go to bed. What I will say is that when you have fungal acne, which many women have and they do not know, it makes it impossible to fix your skin without prescription level products. So the point is, Curology really works. I could use Curology alone and my skin would look the same way. I don't because the subscription is pricey, so I have these other things I do so that the bottle can serve 2 to 3 months instead of 1 month. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the video.